Hello and welcome back to the David67 Celtic News YouTube channel. Today's video going to be a post-match review of Celtic's 3-1 away win over Motherwell in the Scottish Premiership. A result that puts us back 10 points ahead, massive goal difference advantage over our big rivals in second place, and we do have a game in hand which we'll be playing against Dundee on Wednesday. So in today's video, we're going to have a wee look at the goals and a couple of the incidents, some stats, my own player ratings, and one or two reflections on the game as a whole. Before we do crack on with the video, please do, if you are new to the channel, not yet subscribed, please do click that subscribe button. Just one or two wee new subscribers every day does make me so happy. And there were 13 new subscribers yesterday, which was brilliant news. If you do like the video, please do click that like button and do feel free to put your pleasant, polite thoughts, comments, opinions, insights into the comment section, especially regarding this video, regarding your own thoughts regarding the players, the tactics, the goals and the incidents, etc. Celtic got off to a pretty much dream start. Nice move initially down the left-hand side. Taylor doing good work, then Maeda getting in behind. His ball across the goal evaded all the Celtic players, broke out to Anthony Ralston in right back. Beautiful cross by Anthony Ralston, very clever decoy run by Dyson Maeda to get the Motherwell defender out of position, and then a brilliant, powerful header back across the goalkeeper, and Celtic 1-0 up after just 1 minute. Celtic carried on having all the possession, Motherwell defending deeply and defending in massive numbers. However, a bit of a breakaway. Ball got in behind Ralston on our right wing, their left wing. Ball got pumped into the box. Cameron Carter-Vickers got rather caught under the ball. Slight push by the Motherwell centre forward Armstrong, creating a bit of space. The ball then unluckily bounced off of Trusty, who was fully expecting Cameron Carter-Vickers to header the ball clear. Ball then broke back to Armstrong, who gave Kasper Schmeichel no chance in the goal. Then, happily, Celtic struck back quite quickly. Again, nice move down the left-hand side. Nice dinked ball in behind by Luke McCowan. Beautiful cross right across the 6-yard box by Dyson Maeda. And a great run by Adam Idah to lose his marker. And it's reminiscent of the goal against Aston Villa from the other side. Idah very calmly finished from 6 yards out, put Celtic 2-1 up, a lead they carried into half-time. Motherwell, despite the fact they were losing 2-1, kept on defending deeply and in numbers, also quite a bit of time wasting from the Motherwell players, which was rather bizarre given the fact they were losing. And I guess what they were hoping for was a wee bit of a breakaway goal, or maybe pumping up the ball up to the top end, winning a free kick or winning a corner, and then scoring from the melee of a corner kick or a long throw-in or direct free kick into the box. However, Celtic defended well in the second half, massively on top in defensive zone, midfield zones and attacking zones. Celtic did bring on Jota for his third debut for Celtic, and he slowly warmed up and got himself more and more into the game. Celtic did have 2 goals disallowed in the second half, an extremely marginal offside against Adam Idah in the lead up to the own goal by the Motherwell defender in the 49th minute. And then in the 60th minute, Nicholas Kuhn released in behind. He was 1-on-1 the goalkeeper, managed to miss. The ball rebounded, and then he did a brilliant bicycle kick to put Celtic. It was thought 3-1 up, however, this time on VAR, he clearly was offside. Some questions whether the VAR decision for the own goal was correct, in that the lines and the picking of which bit of the Motherwell defender and which bit of Adam Idah to use to decide where the lines were, all did seem slightly shaky, slightly arbitrary, and inconclusive. However, that was the conclusion that John Beaton and his VAR colleague came up with as to where the line should be, and so the goal was disallowed. Happily, in the 4th minute of added time, brilliant ball by Arne Engels from the halfway line, releasing Dyson Maeda in behind the Motherwell defender. And Dyson Maeda, as he often does, very much in the team spirit that he plays, squared the ball across the box to the better placed Jota coming in off the left wing, and Jota smashed the ball into the net, giving Celtic a 3-1 lead, practically with the last kick of the ball, and allowing Jota to go into the corner right in front of where the Celtic fans were and do his characteristic one arm in the air salute, as per the t-shirt I'm wearing. In the end, a comfortable win for Celtic. The stats show that Motherwell actually didn't have another shot after Adam Idah's second goal. They then went the rest of the first half and all of the second half without even having a shot anywhere near Kasper Schmeichel's goal. And in essence, in the second half, Motherwell barely got out their own half, spent the whole time defending, trying to keep the score down. Looking at the actual stats for the game, possession was 81-19 in favour of Celtic. Shots were 18-2 in favour of Celtic. Shots on target 9 by Celtic, 1 by Motherwell. In essence, just their goal was the only time they had a shot on target. And touches in the box, Motherwell had 7 touches in our box, and we had 41 touches in their box. Corners were 10-3 in favour of Celtic, and their goalkeeper made 6 saves, and Kasper Schmeichel had no saves to make. And actually, several of the saves made by the Motherwell goalkeeper were actually very top class. Great one where he tipped the shot by Idah onto the post, and then it went round the post, and a very clever block of a Dyson Maeda shot in the first half, managing to get the ball up and over the bar from close range. And it was it not for the Motherwell goalkeeper, the score could easily have been 5-6-7-1. But he had a good game, and Celtic managed to miss a few chances as well, not quite having their scoring boots on. But in the end, 3-1 win. I think more than a deserved win for Celtic. Looking at my own player ratings for the players, gave Kasper Schmeichel 6.5 out of 10. He had no chance with the one shot on goal by Armstrong that led to Motherwell's goal. He otherwise had no saves to make and barely had anything to do in the second half. Did manage to recycle the ball a few times, and his distribution, as always, was top quality. So 6.5 for him. Given 7.5 for Anthony Ralston. I thought he actually did a very good job deputising for Alistair Johnston. He bombed up and down the right wing into the midfield and into the final zone very well. Beautiful cross to lead up to the first goal for Dyson Maeda. Quite a number of good overlapping runs and crosses throughout the game. Did get slightly caught out for the lead up to the Motherwell goal. He did leave rather a lot of space behind himself. And so 7.5 for him. Given 7 for Austin Trusty, Cameron Carter-Vickers, and Greg Taylor. Greg Taylor, again, good work in midfield and in the final third. A wee bit dodgy in terms of defence, but overall good performance by Greg Taylor. 7 for Carter-Vickers and 7 for Austin Trusty. I thought they actually did a good job defending. More and more as the game went on, Motherwell got nullified and marked out the game. There was that one defensive mix-up where Cameron Carter-Vickers got rather under the ball, and then the ball rebounded off Trusty for Armstrong to score the one and only goal for Motherwell. I think both Carter-Vickers and Trusty share the blame for that goal. Otherwise, they defended very well and, as always, distributed the ball very well too. Callum McGregor in his 500th game, I gave 5.5. I thought it was a very poor performance from Callum McGregor. He tended to slow Celtic down whenever he got the ball. A lot of the time he was not really getting the ball forward. He was just going tippy-tap passes with Carter Vickers and Trusty and Engels and McCowan and Hatate. He really didn't get much of a foothold in midfield, and quite often it was his pass that went astray or his slowness that delayed Celtic getting the ball forward. So 5.5 for him. Gave 6.5 for Luke McCowan. I think at times Luke McCowan and Carl McGregor both got themselves into the same area of the pitch, which kind of again slowed down Celtic's distribution. However, McCowan did have several really good passes, one rather weak shot on goal, and he was the key pass for Celtic's second goal. So 6.5 for him. Tended to fade away in the second half rather a lot, which has happened quite a few times when McCowan started, and so ended up being replaced by Engels. Gave 7 for Rio Hatate. I thought he was, of Celtic's three midfielders, the best on the day. Quite active, some good passes, won the ball back quite often in midfield, with several good tackles in midfield, and his distribution in general and his pace and activity was the best of the three midfielders. 6 for Nicholas Kuhn. I thought he had a rather poor game yet again. Really thought only one time did he manage to show pace and cut inside for a nice cross, but the cross was beaten away. He did get himself in behind the Motherwell defence in that one time, but he was about a yard offside, where he failed with a fairly simple one-on-one with the Motherwell goalkeeper, and then that brilliant bicycle kick. However, he was a yard offside. 7.5 for Adam Idah. I thought he had a really good game all around. Very active up front, some good runs in behind. Showed a lot of power to win the ball in the air and hold off the Motherwell defenders. And scored a great goal for Celtic's second goal. And I was a bit surprised when Rodgers took him off with about 10 minutes or so to go. I think Celtic would have been best to keep him on because Yang was next to useless in that final 10 minutes. And I've given Dyson Maeda 8.5 in man of the match. Lots of hard work from Dyson Maeda, both out wide and then centrally when he switched to be the centre forward. He scored the first goal with a brilliant header and two nice crosses to get the goal for Idah and then the goal for Jota. And he's also Maeda on several occasions, as required, him coming back into midfield to help out there as well before bombing up and down the wing yet again. So 8.5 for Dyson Maeda. And I do think it also shows how much we missed him against Aston Villa on Wednesday. I think had he played, we would have had a better chance of ending up with a draw or even better on Wednesday. In terms of the subs, gave 7 to Jota. He did seem to start rather slow, did seem to get rather stuck out on the right wing. However, when he switched to the left wing, he did become much more active. Several good runs down the left wing, cut inside a couple of times, had a shot on goal, which was well saved by the goalie, and then in the 4th minute of added time, scored that dream debut number 3 goal to give Celtic the 3-1 win. I think Jota, once he gets himself fully fit in 2 or 3 weeks' time, is going to be a real force, a major factor for Celtic in pushing on towards the treble this season. Arnie Engels gave 6.5. Bit of an anonymous performance actually from Arnie Engels. Couldn't really seem to get himself going or get his passes going. However, did manage to have the most brilliant pass in behind the Motherwell defence that set up Maeda to set up Jota for the third goal. Yang, next to useless, hardly know what he did. One rather weak, dribbly shot that was easily saved by the Motherwell goalkeeper. I gave him 5.5. Paolo Bernardo, again, a few nice passes when he came on late on in the midfield, replacing Rio Hatate, gave him a 6. And I thought Liam Scales actually did a really good job coming on to replace Greg Taylor, who was starting to get a bit tired and error prone. And I thought Scales actually did a really good job defensively. His distribution was good. a few nice long passes and clearances, and he also got himself up into midfield and into the final third. And I think it also shows that Celtic do have a ready-made second left back within the squad if we don't manage to get in anybody tomorrow in the final day of the transfer window. In his post-match interview, certainly Brendan Rodgers was implying that Celtic are definitely looking to get a striker in tomorrow, be it a permanent or a loan deal. And I think Celtic might well look to get in a loan deal left back as well to have some extra backup for Greg Taylor. However, I think even without any more additions tomorrow, Celtic do have more than enough depth in their squad to power towards the Cup and League portion of the treble, to add to the League Cup we won at the end of last year. I think Dyson Maeda also showed in that final 10 minutes when he swapped over from left wing to centre forward that he's got all the skills we need for him to play through the middle as well as he plays out wide. And I think Jota, once he gets fully fit, can take over that role on the left wing, which will free up Dyson Maeda and Idah to alternate as centre forwards. That finishes things off for today's video. I'm planning a couple of videos tomorrow as part of the final day of the transfer window. And so until tomorrow's videos, goodbye and hail, hail.